Hello, Lindsay. Thank you for your message, which I received twice. So the first one did actually come through. I didn't get any attachments though, so no video or photos. I can't obviously see how you're riding, but of course I'll try my very best to help you. So there are two parts to your message. Firstly, sustaining canter, and secondly, producing a quality walk. So, in the exercise where you are sustaining canter, you're asking for the trot and then the canter transition and then proceeding down the arena on the second track. And for most horses, there's that fragile moment where you feel that they might drop out of canter. And the important part is that you resist the temptation to start aiding and overusing your seat and just allow the mistake to happen. So, wherever that may be, you'll then immediately turn onto a small circle, riding a downward transition to trot and then immediately to walk. And just to explain, the purpose of this downward transition is to help your horse become more supple. So he'll learn to bring his hind legs under himself, which will then help him to balance. And I'm sorry, again, I can't see what you're actually doing. So just to check, you are riding your transitions correctly. You need to be going sitting trot with both legs on and feel like you're giving your horse a little bit of a hug with your calves. You'll sit tall and then you'll just stop following the trot with your seat. It's almost like just holding your pelvis still for a moment. Close the reins with your fingers and then come briefly to trot, briefly to walk. And then, now here's the key thing, you only want to be walking for 3 or 4 steps max before then asking for the transition back to trot and immediately to canter again. There shouldn't be any time to allow your horse to dawdle in the walk step. So what I'm guessing here is maybe you're staying in the trot and the walk for too long. What I want you to do is think of it as a very brief touchdown and then back up again. There needs to be a little bit more urgency to it. You might even think about reducing those number of steps to just 1 or 2 steps in the beginning, so there is no time for your horse to switch off at all. So although this exercise is actually intended to help your horse take more responsibility for sustaining the canter, in your case, by sandwiching the walk steps with the trot and canter either side, he'll learn to keep his energy up and stay in front of your leg in the walk. So I wouldn't be worrying about the tempo for now. First of all, your horse needs to just learn to stay in front of your leg, and then we'll be able to start developing the walk. So what I would suggest is you start with just 1 or 2, like very brief walk. When you've got that, can you increase the steps and use this exercise to keep that energy up in the walk? I really hope you find this feedback helpful, and please send me a video if you can, and I would love to see you riding, and I'll be able to obviously give you a little bit more feedback.